Welcome back to Woodman Field in Montclair, New Jersey for Pope John Junior Lion Football. 11 and under squad. Mike Formisano here calling today's action on this beautiful Sunday morning turned to afternoon here on Labor Day weekend. It's hot, but so are the Pope John Lions this afternoon as they have a 25-0 lead on the Union Rams. Let's go ahead and go over the roster for Pope John for the 11-U team, starting with number 1, Dominic D'Arco. Number 4, Connor Hart. Number 5, Benny Platt. Number 8, Charlie Formisano. Number 8, Braden Colson. 13 is Evan Nisbeth. Oh, number 10 is Lachlan Serval, right? We had a number change, so he's number 10. Number 15 is Roger Milner. Number 23, Sean Klebitz. Number 25, Declan Griffith. 26 is Braden Convey. 30 is Ryan Hart. Number 33 is Ryan Lambreglia. 36, Wyatt Miller. 40 is Jacob Jessamaria. 43, Tyler Killen. 44 is Jared Hawthorne. 45, Jude Cofrancesco. 56, Robert Zawicki. And 61 is Anthony Grego. The head coach of the Pope John Lions 11 and under team is Jared Cofrancesco, assisted by Dan Platt, Dan Lambreglia, Nick Colson, Jim Miller, and Rob Zawicki. The league president, Chris Barranco, league VP, Dave D'Arco, the team mom, Kathy Jessamaria, and the head coach and director of operations for Pope John football is Dom Gaston. I'm Mike Formisano. It's Woodman Field here in Montclair, New Jersey. Pope John and Union getting started to set the second half here. 25-0. Pope John Lions looking for their first win of the season. And they will start with the ball from their own 35-yard line. Pope John in their their road whites, trimmed by blue and gold. They're traveling left to right on your screen. Union in their home black uniforms, trimmed by yellow and red and silver, with silver helmets and red helmets and gold pants. Pope John with the white jerseys and blue pants. Here's the snap to Clemens, handoff, and that is number 61, Anthony Grego. Positive yards on the play, about 4, and so that'll make it 2nd and 6. Good start for Pope John here in this second half. Clemens back into the huddle. Start from 39. Here's the snap. Klebitz hands it off. No, he kept it. He did hand it off, but it was to number 36, Wyatt Miller. Miller took the handoff there from Klebitz on the fake, and then Klebitz gives it to Miller, and Miller is able to get about 3 yards down to the 42. 3rd and 3 to go. Personnel changes into the game. Number 33, Ryan Lambreglia, into the huddle. Klebitz comes back in.
Players that I want to draft.
3rd and 3. Early stages of the third quarter. Pope John holding a 25-0 lead. Pope John up to the line. Klebitz behind center, barking out signals. Here's the snap. Pitch back to number 33, Ryan Lambreglia, to the near sideline, to the 50. He's got the first down, still on his feet. And he plows down to the 45-yard line. That is more than enough for the first down. Pope John in Union territory now. Good run by Lambreglia on that play. 1st and 10 from the Union 45. Even though Pope John's taking on Union, this is not in Union. This is in Montclair. We are at Woodman Field, home of the Montclair Mounties, who lost on the 13U level to Pope John earlier today, 38-0. Now Pope John hanging a 25-0 score on Union so far. Oh, fumble on the play. I think Pope John recovered. Yeah, Pope John maintains possession. They were able to fall on the ball as it slipped out of Klebitz's hands. So, Pope John back to the huddle. We'll bring up 2nd down. Clements back to the huddle now. They only lost about a half yard, maybe a yard on the play. The ball spotted in between the 45 and 46. Here's the snap to Clements. Clements hands it off to Lambriglia. Lambriglia bursts through the middle, still on his feet, and down to the 40, maybe 39-yard line. See where the spot comes, but it's going to be about 3rd and 5. Remember, the first down play was a fumble and a loss of yards. 3rd and about 4.5. They're marking it at the 39.5-yard line, and Pope John has to get to the 35 of Union. 25-0, Lions lead, looking for that first win of the season. That'll bring them back to 500, going into game number 3. Here's a snap. Clements rolls out, gives it to number 3. Number 3 running down the far sideline. And he's to the 25, the 20, the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Lions! Pope John with a 39-yard touchdown run. And they go up 31-0. So Jared Hawthorne is wearing number 3 today. And he is the one to plow into the end zone. Hawthorne's 39-yard scamper gives the Pope John Lions a 31-0 lead. Oh, point after touchdown attempt coming up. As Pope John looks to go up 32-0. Hawthorne with a 39-yard rushing touchdown. And Pope John up 31-0. Point extra pending. Here's Clements. Hands it off to Miller, but Miller stopped in the backfield. And no extra point for Pope John. So the score will remain 31-0. Pope John with a big lead. And we'll start at the 35-yard line of Union as the Rams take over.
Off the field.
3rd quarter. So a good way to start the 3rd quarter for Pope John, scoring on their first offensive possession. They had 13 points on the board, I should say, before they even ran their first offensive play. Or they ran their first offensive play to get up to 13-0. It was an interception return for a touchdown, and then on the first play from scrimmage, they were able to hit pay dirt. So So the Union Rams up to the line, starting 1st and 10 from their own 35. Pope John in a 4-man front. Hand off to number 12, rolls to his right towards the far sideline. Now cuts back through the middle. Is able to get about 5, maybe 6 on the play. Found a hole through the Pope John defense. And a good gainer for Union. 2nd and 4. Pope John's coaching staff stymied there as to how he was able to gain that yardage after it looked like he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Second effort was able to cut through the middle and gain about 5 or 6 on the play. Here's a snap to the fullback at the line of scrimmage, and that's more like it for Pope John, is able to stop them at the line. Flag on the play late after the tackle. Connor Hart was in on that drop. We're going to see what the penalty was. That's against Pope John, so they're going to move the ball towards the first down marker. I think that's going to give Union a first down. So, well, I was saying after that gain or two about the 41-yard line, a couple of coaches on the Pope John staff had their shoulders up and were wondering how the Union player was able to cut through that defense. It looked like they were going to stop him initially. So, but this last play, defense is a lot tighter and was able to stop the Union running back. Unfortunately, the penalty does the dirty work for Union and gets the ball into Pope John territory. At the 45 of Pope John now, Union looking to put some points on the board. They had a drive going late 2nd quarter, but they ran out of time. We'll see what happens now. Union at the 45-yard line. Quarterback under center. Here's the snap. He drops back to pass. Looking to fire to the far sideline. He's got a man open. The receiver makes the catch. And he's down to the 34-yard line. And a Union first down. So a completion from the quarterback, number 11, to his wide receiver. And he finds an opening there and is able to get the first down on the play. Reception of 11 yards. First down, Union. 31-0. Pope John leads over the Union Rams. Mike Formisano here calling today's action. We are at Woodman Field in Montclair, New Jersey. Pope John leading over Union 31-0. Here's a running back for Union to the far sideline. He finds a hole and he cuts up the side and is brought down maybe about the 26-yard line. So timeout on the field. Union takes one. We'll take one as well. 31-0. Pope John over Union. We'll be back. Third quarter action here from Montclair right after this. Welcome back to Woodman Field in Montclair, New Jersey, as Union starts back up, trailing 31-0 to the Pope John Lions. Ball is spotted at, let's say, the 26, maybe 27-yard line of Pope John, as Union trying to score for the first time today. Here's a snap, handoff to the running back towards the near sideline on the left. He's got some room, and he runs into the end zone. Touchdown, Union. Oh, a 26-yard touchdown run for the Rams, and they're on the board. It makes it 31-6. Pope John still up by a comfortable margin. Well, the running back coming from the right side, coming back to the left, and was able to run up the left sideline into the end zone, and a touchdown for Union. Point after pending. Rams up to the line. Point after attempt. Here's a snap. Looking back to pass. Out to the sideline. To the receiver on the right end. Is he able to get in? Looking for the referee's signal. I don't think he got in. No signal from the referee. I don't think he got it. Did he get in? He didn't get in. Yeah, so they stopped him just shy of the goal line, and so that'll keep the score 31-6. Pope John up by 25. They'll get the ball back at the 35-yard line. Thank you. Late stages of the third quarter. Pope John up comfortably, 31-6. I think that is the end of the third quarter as they're moving the ball to the other side of the field. So, third quarter is complete. Union on the board, but Pope John still ahead, 31-6. We'll be back with fourth quarter action from Woodman Field in Montclair, New Jersey, right after this. Welcome back to Woodman Field in Montclair, New Jersey. As that was a short intermission between quarters. We start the fourth up, and I'm not complaining. It has gotten quite hot out here, so sun beating down. It's getting to the early parts of the afternoon, and I think everybody wants to go home, enjoy the rest of their Labor Day weekend. But we won't do so until the end of the fourth quarter, which begins now. Pope John leading Union 31-6. Mike Formisano here calling today's action. Thank you so much for joining us on this Sunday afternoon. Klevitz takes the snap. He keeps it, rolls to his right, going toward the far sideline. He cuts up. He gets to about the 45-yard line. It is brought out of bounds right near the first down marker. I think they're going to say he stepped out of bounds at about the 42. So that'll bring up second and about 3. Please join us next Sunday for another doubleheader action of Pope John football, 13U and 11U. Teams and the times will be announced later on Sports Engine, so please check for that. But we'll be with you next Sunday from somewhere in New Jersey as both teams are on the road again. I believe the schedule initially said Roselle, so we'll see if that happens. Here is the snap to Klevitz. He hands off to Jesse Maria. Jesse Maria rolls left. Past the 45, down to 50. He's got room. He's off. He's at the 35, the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Lions! Jacob Jesse Maria scampers in from 65 yards out. And the Pope John Lions take a 37-6 lead. I'm doing math in my head. So, trying to do the numbers. I remember when he didn't have extra points and 2-point conversions, scored a touchdown in 7. So 7, 14. That's how I learned my 7 times table. 7, 14, 21, 28, all the way up to about like 63, and then nobody ever scored past 63. So 37-6, Pope John up, and they are well on their way to their first win of the season. Let's see if they can seal the deal. Going for the point after now. Klevitz under center. Hands off. And into the end zone, and good for the extra point. That looked to be, I think, number 13, Evan Nisbeth. Nisbeth runs in for the point after, and so now make it 38-6. So the 11U squad doing what looked to be very improbable, scoring as much as 13U. 13U scored 38 today, and you're thinking, wow, that's a great score. 11U is looking for the first win. Can they get to 38 too? They just did. So congratulations to the 11U squad for 38 points. It won't mean a thing unless they close it out, though. So up by 32. They're on their way. Still got work to do, however. Union starts at the 35-yard line. 38-6, Pope John up on the Rams. So an official's timeout. We'll stay with you. So I think they're going to try to pick this up as quickly as possible. Again, we're getting towards the end of the game here, so. Pope John coach is talking to their players. The defensive unit on the field right now. Terrific run by Jacob Jesse Maria to be able to score that last touchdown. 65-yarder. And I think combined with Lucas Rosinski, who scored from, if I'm not mistaken, I'm trying to remember now, 60 yards out. Jesse Maria had a few other touchdowns as well. It's amounted to 38 points for Pope John here. Just like 13U, but 13U didn't give up any points. 11U, well, they gave up a touchdown, but believe me, they'll take it if they win this game. They'll get their first win of the season. They still got to close out Union here. They're up by 32. Running back goes through the middle and brought down by a couple of Pope John defenders. That is number 5, Benny Platten on the tackle. Second down for Union. Rams have to get to the 45-yard line for another first. Here's the snap. We got a whistle. Penalty on the play. Flag on the ground, and that is a false start against Union. That'll drop the back 5 yards. So, it makes it second and long for the Rams. You see a fan going by on a hoverboard. Waiting for those to come out ever since seeing Back to the Future 2 in 1989. Of course, those hoverboards were on air. These have wheels on them, but we're getting there as a society. Now all we needed are flying cars. It would sure help the traffic situation here in New Jersey. Wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? It would. Union up to the line. Handoff to the running back. Cuts through the middle. Brought down there by number 30. That is Ryan Hart. Great open field tackle by Hart. And that'll make it third down. But I know you're still thinking about the flying car that I was talking about. I am too. It would definitely save my traffic situation Tuesday morning after Labor Day, which everybody's going to start dealing with again as school starts opening. I know we're all excited, especially the kids on the 11U and 13U squads, right? It is amazing how quickly the summer comes and goes. Union up to the line, third and long. 38-6. Pope John leads over the Rams. His quarterback back to pass. It's incomplete as it was dropped by the receiver in the backfield. Pope John quickly up to defend that, but the receiver for Union had slipped through his fingers. Fourth down. Ball is spotted at the 33-yard line. 4th and 12. The Rams have to get to the 45-yard line. Lions look to close this play out and get the ball back and wind down some clock. A good rebound effort by the Lions after taking it on the chin from Mo Better last week, 21-6 at Pope John High School. This is a good response by the 11U squad, coming back and pretty much dominating a Union Rams squad that has shown some explosiveness, but Pope John definitely a lot more explosive. Here's pass downfield, out of the reach of about 3 Pope John defenders. They all tried to get their hands on it, make the interception, but it's incomplete. Doesn't matter. It's a turnover on downs. It's actually going to help Pope John better that they let the ball fall to the turf, so they'll get better field position. Turnover on downs. Pope John will take over. And is that the game? They're going to call the game. They're lining up. So there we go. The pride has spoken. The Pope John Lions 11 squad defeat the Union Rams. Final score, Pope John 38, Union 6. Great all-around effort by Pope John in this game, being able to secure their first win of the season. And so now the Lions are 1-1 on the year, and they move on to next Sunday when they can go above 500 with a victory. And we will have information on the opponent and the time for that for 11U as well as 13U throughout the week. Please check Sports Engine for that. So for everyone here at Woodman Field in Montclair, New Jersey, is Mike Formisano saying, thanks for joining us. Pope John celebrating their first win of the year. They defeat the Union Rams 38-6. This is Mike Formasano saying thanks for joining us and enjoy your Labor Day weekend. And we will see you next Sunday for more Pope John Junior Lion football. Have a great Labor Day, and we'll see everyone next Sunday.